breaking trend generation. Infinite, perpetual, forever will transcend. I'm trying to ride this thing out until we reach the end. New song, new look. So the next song I'll be doing is Get to Know Me. Snaps. I won't be showing much of this video because I don't want to deal with all that. So. Probably my part or something, I don't know.
Hello? Nothing?
I'm trying to get some hold on you. What are you doing? Can I come through or not?
Nah,
AB on the track, yeah.
don't you want to get to know me? Like, I'm not that type of girl. Don't just...
Let me know.
I'm letting you know right now.
How many babies do I have?
Take the time and listen to what I gotta say. This is how I feel. Tell me if you feel me. Don't you wanna get to know me, before you try to kiss and hold me, If your intent is good, then I'd rather just stay with you. No fingerprint, no U-turn, and I'd rather you just keep moving. Don't you wanna get to know me, before you try to kiss and hold me, If your intent is good, then I'd rather just stay with you. No fingerprint, no U-turn, and I'd rather you just keep moving, You can leave if it ain't you, don't want me. I'd rather bypass all of you feels. I ain't got time for those type of things. Just keep moving. You can leave if it ain't you, don't want me. I'd rather bypass all of you feels. I ain't got time for those type of things. Try to like they stole it, but I already own it. Longevity, I don't test drive and say I sold it. I'd rather keep it for all eternity. No middleman, Peter Pan, Neverland. Longest duration, like a ring engagement hand. No more dead end, breaking trend generation. Infinite, perpetual, forever will transcend. I'm trying to ride this thing out until we reach the end. Like, don't you wanna get to know me, before you try to kiss and hold me, If your intent is good, then I'd rather just stay with you. No fingerprint, no U-turn, and I'd rather you just keep moving. Don't you wanna get to know me, before you try to kiss and hold me, If your intent is good, then I'd rather just stay with you. No fingerprint, no U-turn, and I'd rather you just keep moving, You can leave if it ain't you, don't want me. I'd rather bypass all of you feels. I ain't got time for those type of things. Just keep moving. You can leave if it ain't you, don't want me. I'd rather bypass all of you feels. I ain't got time for those type of things. Don't waste my time. The lies I won't buy. I know my value, know my worth. Like a full ride. God on my side. You know it's do or die. Authenticity displayed in real life. Not trying to front, not trying to brag. Gotta keep a couple family bags. Not ready if you have a plan for the stash. Already tied in, so I get back. Like the marine that I wanna gotta stack. Working on my dream, not focusing on the lack. Put on my trust in God, not man. I put on my trust in God, not man. Don't you wanna get to know me, before
Okay, so I put all my trust in God, not man. That's real for me. Because to me, like, if you put all your trust in man or just anyone, any woman, like I said, it goes on both ways. Like I said, that love could be displayed through, it doesn't matter man or woman. Putting your trust, like, it doesn't matter man or woman or whatever. I could never put my trust in just one person. There's not one person in my life that I could trust with everything. There's people that I love a whole lot. Like, some people might get offended for hearing that, but when you really hear it all the way through, it's not that bad. God doesn't even want that for us. He don't want us, or God does not want us putting all our trust into one being at all. One woman, one man, or anything. Like, God wants you to see you gotta seek God first. You gotta, learn how to like invest in yourself. And to me, like the whole thing of me living somewhere, like I said, there's times where I've rented rooms for people, and I'm renting a room from people that, you know, live their lifestyle a little differently. Not saying they're bad people. I live, you know, I rented rooms from good people, and I stayed in my own apartment, you know, where even living in my own apartment, having my own apartment, you're so close to different people. The walls are so thin, and, you know, there are police. You know, I had just in Stockton, living in my own apartment, just having people like fighting and arguing, police busting in on people, coming home with the ambulance and the cops out, coming home to my house trying to go to sleep after a long day of work, and just smoke coming into my, you know, through my my vent and stuff, and having to smell that, even though I'm outside of that lifestyle, you know. So that's the point where it started coming into my head, you know. While I started to realize that no matter where I go, whether I'm renting a room from a house, whether I'm staying with a family member, whether I'm staying, you know, in an apartment, my own damn apartment, I can't really control all those factors and all those variables because, you know, I don't own that place. And that goes for like, for anything, you know. I have to put my trust in the Lord, you know, into God. I gotta watch my wording. I have to put my trust into God because, trying to put my trust into one thing is just going to put me in some effed up situations pretty much. And like I said, I'm not a big religious, and I'm not like most people out there, and even a lot of people, the ministers and pastors that speak to me and actually teach me stuff, they know I'm a lot different than most people, but they also know that regardless of how like ghetto I kind of am and stuff, the way that I live my life out is really like a lot different than most people. You know, I'm a little bit more conservative than the average being, but it doesn't really look like it. But like I said, I've made a lot of sacrifices to get the things that I want the most. And even like with relationships, a lot of people know me for how I was in the past. I had a lot of different relationships. You know, I was with a lot of different people. I used to live a horrible different type of lifestyle. You know, I went through that because you're younger, you're dumb, you're dabbling in all your addictions, and of course you make dumb, stupid decisions. So a lot of people that see me in the club these days, they think I'm kind of still that same person. They could just jump all over. I mean, you got hug me and stuff, like, but, you know, they try to do a little extra sometimes. And to me, it's like I'm at that point where that's not really what I'm looking for anymore. And that's what that whole song was. Like, I would rather, you know, there comes a point where you want people in your life, like whether they're trying to be your partner or they're trying to just be a friend. Like, you want somebody that wants to get to know the real you, and they don't want you just for one thing, you know, whether it be a materialistic thing or, you know, other stuff. So that's where this whole song came from. And then like tied in, so I already get back, like to me, like I said, I invest in other groups and ministries and people that I believe in. But I also, you know, learned how to invest in myself and learn, like I said, when I have a goal, that's something that I want, I make sure I make gradual progress to getting there. I make sacrifices without compromising my morals to go after the things that I want. And that's just the way that I am. So that's just keeping it summed up. Ooh, I summed something up pretty good. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there.
Before you try to kiss and hold me. If your intent is for nothing, I'd rather just stay legit. No finna pin, no you turning. I'd rather you just keep moving. Don't you wanna get to know me?